How many times have you said to yourself, I can't make any money. I just will never be able to be rich. I can never be rich. Money is the root of all evil. I can't have the riches and the successes that my neighbor has had, or my friend has had, or that person has had. I can't do that. It's not within me. I feel that spending money is just as negative as earning it. Making money is really filthy, and I don't deserve to be successful. I don't deserve to have a beautiful house. I don't deserve to have all these riches because I don't feel that I can achieve it. I don't feel that I'm able to achieve it. You know that success starts within your head. I have done many videos about this, and especially now I've been studying about how all these multi-billionaires in this world have made their money. What was the most common thing that these multi-billionaires have managed to achieve as they started their ventures and they went on their paths to make their money and build their successes? Successful people like Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, George Soros have got this one huge common thing between them that made them super successful in their ventures. And I really want to share that with you. Now in this particular video, I'm going to show you four things that are going to help you build that muscle, build that superpower that these guys have had and these guys have managed to achieve throughout their successes. I'm not going to promise you to be as successful as they are, but I want you to have the one thing that they have in common, and it's going to be 4 steps. So I'm actually pushing it down into 4 things. In these 4 things, we're going to go through how they've managed to be successful and what you can do to achieve a similar level, or at least some kind of similar pattern to achieve the successes of your dreams. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Anita Horry. I am a business entrepreneur, I am a wellness entrepreneur, Pilates teacher, teacher trainer, and also a business and mentor and coach for Pilates entrepreneurs who want to make a mark in their life, who want to live a meaningful life helping others. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell to get notified every time I upload a video online. And of course, if you do subscribe to my channel, what that's going to do is going to change the algorithm for YouTube so that we can make sure that YouTube shares the video to all those people who are also seeking the similar advice that you have been when you've been searching YouTube. Okay, so first things first. Mindset is the number one of all things. Mindset. This whole thought of, I can't afford it, I can't do this, I won't be able to manage to open up my own studio, I won't be able to manage to have my own business, I can't possibly invest $10,000, $20,000, however much it takes for me to open up my own business. I just can't afford it. I will never be able to have my own business. It's just not for me. I am not that way inclined. I can't have my own business. I won't be able to make money. I don't know how to run a business. I'm never going to be successful in running a Pilates business or whatever it is that it's going to change my life. I will never be able to achieve my financial stability until I learn how to make money. Does any of this resonate with you? If it does, hit the comments below and let me know what your thoughts are about it. Let me know what negative thoughts come into your head whenever you think about money, whenever you think about having your successful business. What comes into your head? Hit the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Now, let me remind you that money is a tool. Oprah Winfrey once said that money is a tool and you cannot let it use you, but you must use it for your success. Now, this is a very different thing from us thinking that we have to have money as our goal. So our goal is to make money. Our goal is to make loads of money. No, our goal is not to make loads of money. Our goal is to have some sort of success. Now, the success is not necessarily related and linked to money. Yes, the tool that is the money is going to achieve a certain level of success, but it is not the be-all or end-all of all success. So seeing that money is not the goal, it is merely the tool that helps us achieve our goals, we need to figure out how to be flexible with our goals and manage our goals according to our current financial situation. So if our financial situation is X, we can't have this particular goal that is unachievable. So we work with our goals according to our financial situation. And yes, money will then be the tool that is going to help us achieve the goal. And the other thing to consider here is that once we understand that our goals can be flexible according to our financial situation, then success is going to be a lot more within our reach than what we think. So when you think, I am going to be a millionaire in 6 months' time, and you know that it is absolutely an impossible situation for you to become a millionaire, unless of course you win the lottery within the next 6 months, or unless you rob a bank. You have to make sure that your goals are achievable and your goals are within your financial capabilities at the time. And of course, the more financial capabilities you have, the more money you're going to be able to invest to be able to achieve your goals. So as your financial capabilities and abilities start to increase, then your goals can be bigger, and yes, and then the investment of your money is going to be bigger, and success will be achievable at any particular level of your dreams, of your goals. Now, before I continue here, I just want to share with you the fact that I'm actually sitting in my shala in my retreat center, and my neighbors have decided to start cutting their grass. So if you start hearing any particular noises, it's purely because my next door neighbor over the other side is actually cutting his grass today. But I'm not going to edit the video for that, because this is absolutely living in nature and having people who are looking after their gardens. So the next thing here is going to be what? It's going to be setting our goals. So let's have a look at what goals we need to look at. Before we look at setting the goals, we need to look at the financial position, the financial situation that we're at. So this is how I started when I started my own business, and this is when I started growing and growing and growing, and this has been very, very helpful to help me achieve the successes that I've achieved. And I have followed this through by studying these successful people, by studying and investigating what they've actually done. So I want you to do this exercise. I want you to go through the actual amount of money that you need to be able to survive. So if we are running a business, we know that there are specific costs that are involved in the business. So what you need to make sure here is that whatever cost you have, you need to cover when you are making your money. So then we have to look at the financial situation that we're in. We have to look at the amount of money that we need to be making to cover our costs and then be able to live comfortably. So this is an exercise that I did when I first started my business journeys, and it's helped me through, and it continues to help me. And this is something that I have followed successful entrepreneurs doing, and this is a real big game changer. So the first exercise you need to do here is to actually look at your costs. So look at your costs, look at all your personal costs, and look at your business costs. So you have to consider yourself, your personal costs as you, the individual, and then look at your business expenses and look at what costs are involved in that business. When you add them up, you know that this is the amount of money that you know that you have to earn to be able to survive. Now, of course, as entrepreneurs, we just don't want to just survive, right? But this first exercise is going to give you a good idea of where you need to be able to get that first level of satisfaction. The first level of satisfaction is going to be that survival, that covering, and then you need to make sure you have a tiny little bit of sponge, a little bit of adding a bonus, a retention, to be able to have something that is comfortable for you. Like you want to go and get your nails done, you want to have a little treatment, whatever it is. But making sure and actually measuring that is going to really help you understand the real amount of money that you need to be making. Now, most of the time, it's not as much as what we anticipate in our heads. So when we start looking at making our goals, having our financial goals, we start looking at, oh my God, I need to be making this amount of money before I will be happy, before I will be satisfied. Well, make it a realistic goal. Start off with this first realistic goal and say, I want to make sure I cover my costs. I want to make sure I cover my monthly costs. And I really, really suggest that you do a monthly plan and a yearly plan so that you know you have yourself covered for the whole year. Now, if you're in this wellness industry, you know that we have peaks and troughs. We know that some months are higher than the others. So we're never going to have a real stable, very, very level graph, right? If we had to look at our income. So in doing the yearly plan, you know that you're going to have months where you're going to go way above what your budget is going to be, and then you're going to have months where you're going to go maybe below what your budgeted turnover or budgeted income rather is going to be. In doing that, it's going to help you really set yourself realistic goals and then be able to have that buffer to cover, as I said, any additional expenses that are going to come through. That in itself is going to make you feel a lot more satisfied, and it's going to make you feel a lot more successful, because you would have achieved something that's more realistic. Now, be super careful not to overestimate, not to overshoot yourself, because the two things that it's going to do is going to really, really make you super anxious for not achieving your goals. So why do you even give yourself the stress and the hassle of trying to shoot to super high when you know realistically in the period of time that you're trying to do this, you're not going to achieve it? If you're currently on a $5,000 a month expense or income capability, why give yourself the stress and the hassle of giving yourself a goal of making $50,000 a month when you know that it's going to be super difficult for you to achieve it? It's just going to create more anxiety in you, and it's not going to help you. And the other thing that overshooting yourself is going to do is just going to take you out there to the over materialistic world. Now, the over materialistic world and just making money just for the sake of greed and just for the sake of making money and just for the sake of just knowing that you have it is really negative. It's just not going to help you. It's not going to help your personal growth, and it's not going to help your aura and the energy around you. Do not make money the be-all and end-all of everything, because you know that it isn't. And you know that it's not going to attract more happiness, and it's just going to lead you more into more negativity and into more anxiety and just simple and utter greed. And you know that's not going to help you. Now, the one thing here is that I really learned from Warren Buffett is Warren Buffett, multi-billionaire, still lives in this house that he bought in the 1950s. Warren Buffett actually says that he could happily live on $100,000 a year. Now, I find that maybe a little bit hard to believe, but nevertheless, the guy still lives in a house that he has built and he has bought many, many, many years ago. Why? He wants to stay in that house because it's full of memories and it's a happy house, and he wants to stay there because that gives him that feeling of satisfaction. Now, the third thing is identifying your vehicle. What do I mean here? So you've made your plan, you've made your goal, you know you've got X amount of income that you need to be making, to be achieving, to be able to sustain yourself and to be able to have that buffer where you know you can go maybe on holidays, have a little bit of entertainment, do your nails, do your beauty things, whatever you need to be doing. Now, the driver is going to be your vehicle. Now, your vehicle is how you're going to make money. So my vehicle is entrepreneurship. My vehicle is helping others. And if you're watching this video, I assume that you're also a wellness provider, or a Pilates teacher or yoga teacher, whatever that might be, but you're in the business of helping others. So we have a double whammy, because we are helping others, we are giving a service, we are giving this huge benefit to others, but at the same time, we are earning our income. So our business, our entrepreneurship, our vehicle is an ethical one, is a most amazing ethical way of making money. Now, for my father, it was boating. It was boat business. He was a boat builder. For musicians, it's their music, it's making their music. For Oprah Winfrey, it was storytelling and bringing people out into the open and bringing situations out into the open. And for your family, it might have been different. For your parents, it would have been different. But you need to find that vehicle. You need to find that driver. And it should be pretty simple for you to do. You should already have that. Now, the key here is for you to identify how to use your vehicle to be able to make that money. And the fourth thing is to have a plan, and this is super important. So Eckhart Tolle, I love Eckhart Tolle. Eckhart Tolle does hardly ever talks about money. Eckhart Tolle talks a lot about spirituality. He talks a lot about how we need to start getting the feeling of satisfaction in our own spiritual needs first. And he even starts, I remember when I started reading his books, he was talking about actually being in the present moment and actually touching your fingers and feeling your fingers and feeling that present moment to help you release anxiety, right? And really, it really has helped me. Some of his techniques have really helped me when I was in times of anxiety and stress, and understanding the correlation between that idea of anxiety and lack of money, and how they can completely, or your mindset about them can completely change your life around. Now, this is a quote from Eckhart Tolle that I really want to share with you, and I really believe that it's very useful for you, especially when you're doing this exercise. So Eckhart says, "Not enough is one of the most centered ego traits. Every ego has that, and for many people the not enough refers to money, because although money is neutral, it can become anything in the world of form. So the thought about money triggers the insufficiency and feeling of not enough of the ego." And then I go to Deepak Chopra. Deepak Chopra is another great spiritual professor for me. He's been another huge influence in my life. And Deepak Chopra goes way beyond that. In fact, I've just realized recently Deepak Chopra has created this new app or site or business creation where he actually looks at money from a spiritual point of view. And he's had an interview on American television where he discusses a little bit about how money and spirituality correlate. And here's a little extract from the interview. "True wealth is hardly about dollars and cents and nothing else. It's about much deeper and more important issues such as security and safety, love and belonging. People are used to spending money that they haven't earned, to buy things that they don't need, to impress people that they don't like." He also goes on to say, when we seek money, what we're really looking for is happiness. Now, if we had to go and search happiness first, everything would fall into place. An attachment to money will always create insecurities, no matter how much money you have. So you really now have to create the plan to match the desire with the purpose. And money is just going to fit into that equation for you. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down 10 things. Put your teeth back in. I want you to write down 10 things that you will do if you had $1 million. If you had $1 million, what would you be doing? Now, the 10 things cannot be anything to do with your own personal life. They're not 10 things that are going to be happening to you, but they're 10 things that you're going to be doing for others. Now, the others can be your family, it can be your community, it can be even further along, it could be communities away, it could be charitable events, whatever it is. But write down those 10 things and make sure that you are truly meaningful about writing down. And in writing down these 10 things, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking at giving to others. You're going to truly believe that this is going to happen, that you are doing this from the bottom of your heart. You're doing it from a place of honesty, you're doing it from a place of deep integrity, and you truly want this to happen. If you're not in alignment with what is truly achievable, with the money that you're wanting to make, if you're not in alignment with the values, with the spirituality of it, if you're not in alignment with creating the good that you will do with, if you had the money, then really and truly it's not going to happen for you. You really have to bring yourself in alignment with it. And the other thing that is super important here is that you know that if you want to make the money just for yourself, it's going to come from an egoistic point of view and from a load of toxicity. And if that's going to be the case, then it's not going to last long and it's not going to happen for you. Being in the energy of abundance has to involve you being abundant with others. There's no way that you can actually want to attract abundance, or you wanting to attract abundance, you want to attract money, when there's no way, there's no inclination from your end that you want to give it away. So I'd really just ask you to try and do this exercise from a very, very honest and deep rooted sense of giving and a deep rooted sense of spirituality to be able to help others. And you can start seeing how you start seeing some very small and daily things coming back to you. You know, the universe is going to be sending back to you. And the reason why I'm doing these videos, the reason why I'm spreading the word out there is because I want to help people out there. I don't get anything out of doing these videos. I spend lots of time and lots of energy in creating this content because I believe that someone somewhere out there can actually feel value and they can see how it's helped me and they will find benefit in it themselves. And the only thing that I ask of you is if you could support this channel by just clicking the like and subscribing to the channel. What that does is that's going to increase the algorithm on YouTube, and that's going to help other people like you view it even more. If you have the opportunity to share it with your friends, I would also appreciate that, so more people get to find out and get to learn more about how they can create the life of their dreams, really by combining and aligning spirituality with achieving their goals. If you did like the video, I really truly hope you did. I would invite you to watch any other video on my channel, and also if you're interested to learn a little bit more how I can help you individually on earning your most spiritual and aligned valued life as a wellness provider, then do reach out to me on anitahorryacademy.com, or you can also email me on admin@anitahorryacademy.com. Until my next video, goodbye for now, guys.